you've been doing this for much longer than me, but I've been working at TYT since 2007. And even today, when we do stories like what happened to Elijah McClain in Colorado, it still shocks me how unbelievably cruel people can be. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I'm so scared for like my nieces and my nephews, and I don't know. I want to make the world better. Sometimes it feels like we can't, that it's too far gone, especially this country.
I want to stay on Elijah McClain for a second because there's two parts of it that I want to discuss. One is my personal story about doing the hold that they did on him. But first, real quick, I mean, Elijah McClain video was so heartbreaking, partly because I mean, there were so many parts that were terrible, but one part he said, I'm gonna take my power back. And then they murdered him. Like, no, you're not. No, we're gonna have 3 cops pile on top of you, do a hold on your neck, and then we're gonna shoot you up with ketamine, and you're not gonna take your power back. That's why I say defund the police now, because okay, this is how we take our power back on behalf of Elijah. Now, look, it was so obviously brutal, but I want to tell you guys, when I was a kid, I used to watch wrestling, and the move they did is actually not a chokehold. This could be considered a chokehold. There's like many different forms of a chokehold, but it's colloquially called a sleeper hold because you do a V with your arm like this, and the 2 sides of your arm cut off the blood flow to the brain. It doesn't choke the throat, but when I was a kid watching wrestling, I thought it was fake because wrestling is fake. So I didn't think the sleeper hold was real, but it turns out it is real. How did I discover that? Well, when I was a little kid, I don't know if I was 15, 16, I don't remember. I did a sleeper hold on one of my friends, thinking it doesn't work, and we're just horsing around. And he passed out. And when he did, I thought he was joking, so I let him go. And his whole body crumbled, and his head hit the concrete. I've never been more scared in my life. I couldn't believe it happened, and then he's unconscious, and he hit his head. Thank God he was okay, right? Now, why do I tell you that story? Because the cops know it's real. They know it does that, and they know it cuts off oxygen to the brain. And that could give you brain damage in and of itself. And they do it as a matter of course anyway. And they're taught like, now we're having a discussion about whether to ban chokeholds in some cases. Trump's proposal, as absurd and ridiculous as it was like, oh, cops are brilliant, they're wonderful, we should increase their funding, but they shouldn't do chokeholds unless they think the person is a danger to them. Well, they're not doing it when every single time they claim the person is a danger to them. That's a 23-year-old frail kid that they did it to. And what did they say? Oh, we thought he was a danger to us. That's what they say every time. So my point is, they all got trained that, oh, it's just a sleeper hold. Yeah, you just caused them brain damage, or potentially cause them brain damage. It's okay, cut off the oxygen to their brain. It's okay. What is it? Unless they're rich, then we'll get in trouble. As a cop once said on the show here, well, you don't want to do it to white people because they might be a judge's son. In other words, they might have power, they might be wealthy. But if they don't have power or wealthy, and their proxy for that oftentimes is black folks, like, just choke them out or cut off the oxygen to the brain. We know what it does, let's do it anyway. That is unreal, unreal. But it is taught all across the country. And in the Elijah McClain case, the prosecutor's like, I don't see anything wrong at all, and didn't pursue charges, not a misdemeanor, nothing. And when you do that, you say, you know what? Go ahead and do it again to the next black guy, to the next poor guy, to the next middle class guy. Sick.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.